Somebody hurt you deeply, and they have never once said they were sorry. No apology, no, I was wrong. Maybe they don't even think they did anything. Or maybe they're gone, and that conversation you needed, it's never going to happen. And then somebody gives you this advice, and your jaw tightens up. Just forgive. Well, if something in you pushes back on that, if it feels unfair or even insulting, I want you to know something. I'm not going to argue you out of that feeling because I felt it too. And I've heard this objection for 40 years in my counseling office. I heard it over and over in the interviews I did for my new book, All the Rage. And if I'm honest with you, I've heard it in my own mirror. So let's talk about it. We're not going to do the greeting card version. We're going to do the real one. So here's what I've learned. When people resist forgiving someone who never apologized, they're really protecting something. So let me say those objections out loud, the ones I've heard in the counseling room and in the interviews and in my own heart, because you may recognize some of them. If I forgive them, I'm letting them off the hook. They haven't even apologized. They don't deserve to be forgiven. If I forgive, I'm saying that what they did was okay, and it was not okay. Or forgiving means letting them back in, and I'm never doing that again. Or if I forgive, they win, and I'm the doormat. And one more. My anger is the only thing that's kept me safe. And here's the big one. I'll forgive them when they finally admit what they did. Well, if you've said any of those out loud or just to yourself, you're in good company. Those aren't the arguments necessarily of a bitter person. Could be, but not necessarily. They may be just the arguments of a wounded person. But after all these years, I've come to believe that every single one of those objections is built on the same misunderstanding. So we've quietly decided that forgiveness and reconciliation are the same thing, but they're not. Forgiveness is something you do by yourself inside your own heart. Reconciliation is something you rebuild with another person over time on evidence. Forgiveness needs one person, you. Reconciliation needs two, you and the someone who's actually changed. So look back on every objection we just listed, letting them off the hook, letting them back in, being a doormat, opening myself up to get hurt again. Every one of those is a fear about reconciliation, and not one of them is what I'm asking you to do. You can forgive someone completely and never reconcile with them at all. You can release them in your own heart and keep the door of your life firmly shut. That's not a loophole. That's the whole point. So, if forgiveness isn't reopening the door, then what is it? Well, it's you setting down a weight that you were never meant to carry this long. Think about what unforgiveness actually does. The other person who hurt you, they're going on with their day. They're sleeping just fine. And you're the one carrying it, rehearsing it, 2 a.m., carrying their offense around like a backpack full of stones, and then wondering why your shoulders are aching and why you become so tired, so tight, so quick to anger over things that have nothing to do with them. So, hear this. Forgiveness is not a gift you mail to them. It's a key you turn in your own lock. You're not forgiving to set them free. You're forgiving to set you free. And if your faith is meaningful to you, like mine is to me, there's an enormous relief in this. You don't even have to be the one to settle the account. You can lay it down, hand it to God, and let Him carry what was always too heavy for you. You're not doing it because they earned it, but because you were never designed to be the judge and the one serving the sentence as well. So, forgiveness is how you stop letting someone who hurt you once keep hurting you on a loop, rent free for years. It's the most self respecting thing you can do. Now, some of you are waiting for the question I haven't answered yet. I hear you saying, okay, Bev, I can forgive without reconciling. Got it. But what if I do want to reconcile? How do I know if I can actually open that door again without setting myself up to get hurt all over again? Good. That's the right question. And here's how I would answer it. Forgiveness can happen in a moment. It's a decision. Reconciliation and healing are earned over time, and it rests on one thing. Have they actually changed? And notice I didn't say, have they said the right words? Words are easy. I'm sorry, that's easy. But what you're looking for is action evidence, not a speech, a pattern, not a promise, a track record. Do you see? Over time and across situations, are you seeing a genuinely different person? Or do you see the same behavior wearing a new apology? Because here's how trust really works. Trust isn't restored in a lump sum. It's rebuilt in installments. And they have to make the payments consistently over time before the account is anywhere near full. So you get to watch. You get to go slow. You get to require evidence. That is wisdom and that is discernment. So let me be clear about something because somebody watching needs to hear it. Some doors should stay closed permanently. If a relationship is unsafe, if there's abuse, if there's a pattern that damages you, forgiveness doesn't obligate you to walk back into it. You can forgive someone fully with your whole heart and still keep them entirely out of your life. That's not unforgiveness, that's wisdom. So, this is something I want you to take with you. Sometimes a person genuinely has changed, but you still can't feel it. You still flinch and brace, and you look at the evidence, and your gut just won't believe it. And when that happens, it's tempting to conclude, see, they haven't changed. But sometimes that's not what's going on. Sometimes the reason you can't trust the change isn't that the change isn't real, it's that the wound is still raw. And a raw wound flinches at every touch, even a gentle one. That's the wound asking you for some time. So, before you decide what's possible between you and another person, do that quieter inner work first. Tend to your inside and tend to your side. Let that wound heal enough so that you can tell the difference between real danger and an old echo. Don't make yourself walk back across that bridge before your own legs are strong enough to hold you up on it. Healing your perceptions takes time. Give yourself that time. There's no prize for rushing it. So here's the sum of it all in one breath. Forgiveness is not saying it was okay, and it's not letting them win, and it's not opening the door. Forgiveness frees you. Reconciliation is earned slowly, on evidence, and only if it's safe. Forgiveness is you refusing to carry their offense one more mile. It's the burden coming off of your back. It's the freedom to live well, whether they ever say, I'm sorry or not. I care about this a whole lot. When I was writing All the Rage, How to Deal with Angry People Without Becoming One Yourself, I kept seeing the same thing. Carried around, unforgiven hurt is one of the fastest ways a good person slowly turns into an angry one. This is one of the doors out. You can deal with the people who hurt you without becoming hardened by them. So if this video helped you breathe a little easier, do me a favor, subscribe and share it with someone who's been carrying something for too long. That's what Relentless Rebound is here for, to help you heal with hope, cope with courage, live with purpose, and lead with wisdom. It's here to help you become all that you were designed to be. So I'm Dr. Bev Smallwood. And until I see you next time, I want you to keep going, keep growing, and you'll come out stronger on the other side. Bye for now.